There's one thing more valuable than money, and it's not gold. It's something that I feel if the world really did end and we ended up in some kind of post-apocalyptic Fallout world, instead of using bottle caps for currency, we would use Stanley Cups. Now you can probably tell just by looking at me, I don't own a Stanley Cup. I don't have that sparkle in my eye that hasn't fixed that hole in my soul like it has for so many others. And I don't really get it. Not gonna lie to you, it seems like just a pretty standard receptacle for liquid. But people go ballistic for Stanley Cups. And one woman not only stole $2,500 worth of Stanley Cups, she then went on a high-speed police chase in order to try and keep her treasure. That was the one piece, and the cops weren't letting her get away with it.
High-speed chases are always intense, but this one from Ohio had a twist. A woman led officers on a 115-mile-per-hour pursuit along I-75 after stealing thousands of dollars worth of merchandise, including everyone's favorite trend, the iconic Stanley Cups.
115 miles per hour, that's no joke. That is certified zooming. This lady was tearing up the roads like she was Dominic Toretto looking to steal DVD players and VCRs.
No, I'm not sure what the product she had in the bags, but I know that it was the 2 bog bags and then product was stuffed in there.
Gotcha. What is your first name?
Melissa.
I'm going to send you a link. Can you send me that video?
Absolutely. We just did this on Monday.
Melissa here mentions that she doesn't know exactly what was stolen, but knows that there was a lot of product in 2 bog bags. I once again showing how out of touch I am. I don't even know what the fuck a bog bag is. To me that sounds like something from Star Wars that you'd leave the cantina with. But Melissa went out and filmed this lady who had shoplifted from them and then gave that video to the police when they arrived. And she just looks exhausted. The police get there and ask if she can send the video and she goes, "Yep, we did this on Monday." Like it's just part of the routine here. Like, the way she's acting about this is the same way I act when someone insta-locks Black Widow in my Marvel Rivals lobby. I just let out a huge sigh.
After receiving a statement from the manager, officers had a full description of the suspect. It was time to search for the thief. Moments later, officers spotted the vehicle, and a high-speed chase ensued as they attempted to apprehend the suspect.
We are eastbound on North Dixie Highway.
Because of the video Melissa filmed, they were able to get the whole kit and caboodle on the vehicle that the shoplifter was driving, and then they just so happened to have a random NPC encounter out on the road where they saw the vehicle. They flipped on the sirens, and the Stanley Cup super soldier cracked her knuckles and said, "It's playtime." So she goes pedal to the metal off rip, but the astute observers amongst you will have noticed she didn't forget the road rules. She didn't just wipe her ass with etiquette. She used her turn signal in order to start the pursuit. So she turns right and then steps on it.
If someone can communicate to this Perrysburg Township unit behind me to come take the one position, I'll give it up. Ran the red light at Fort Meigs Boulevard, westbound. At the traffic light at Levis Commons and Jefferson Street through.
Now, of course, I'm exaggerating a little bit by saying she stepped on it. She's pushing that car to its limits, but it's just chugging along at like a casual 50 to 60. It's not even really going that much over the speed limit. The big thing is she's running red lights. She's not pulling any kind of crazy maneuvers. She's not fucking spinning it 360 degrees and barrel rolling and ramping it off of a parked tow truck or anything. But she is doing her best to try and elude the officers here on this pursuit, all just to hold on to a couple goodie bags of Stanley Cups, fucking beverage containers. Now, of course, they are worth a couple $1,000s, but even still, the charges she would be facing for that theft were significantly smaller than what she's going to be facing for this pursuit.
That intersection, we're coming up to the Virgin Diamond here at 75, 475 split. We're going to get back on 475 southbound. 25. So he just took a pit on her.
Now, it doesn't feel like this pursuit went on that long, and it doesn't ever seem like it reached 115 miles per hour unless it was briefly where it cuts away from the dash cam footage to the officer's body cam, which is possible. But then, like, 4 other cop cars spawn in and one of them pit maneuvers her. How did they even get there so quick? Were there just like 4 other officers lurking like sharks in the water waiting for a pursuit to pop off? They heard the call and they're like, poof, like just go hog wild towards it? Or maybe the perception of time is a little skewed here because maybe we don't see the entire chase, which I think is the more likely explanation. Because there's just no way that many officers would have been able to reach this point that quickly. Because it feels like the chase only went on for like a minute and a half at most.
Stealing from dicks. Oh,
The chutzpah to ask the cops what I do. As if she's just totally innocent here. Like, let's just assume she didn't know that they were aware that she stole from Dick's Sporting Goods, right? You just went on a high-speed pursuit. What do you mean, what did I do? Pardon me, officer, I was under the impression this is a free country. You're telling me I can't engage in a little high-speed police pursuit? What happened to freedom, What happened to freedom? This country's gone to the birds.
Ball bag, $100 ball bag.
I'm down here in my
thanks, guys.
get caught up to do it too.
Thank you, guys.
The officer rolls up and they exchange fist bumps, congratulating him on a job well done with the pit maneuver. Hey, brother, that pit, Insano style, excellent work, gnarly. Pats him on the ass or something. They just look like they're having a great time. Like, it looks like they're just having a lot of fun. I half expected them to thank her for letting them go on this high-speed police chase.
You get a felony. You go to prison now for stealing some clothes. That's stupid.
Guess what? Slap on the wrist.
All for a little stuff.
Yeah, for a misdemeanor. Kind of dumb, but
What do you need help with?
I got a tow truck coming. I'm just gonna get our evidence here and go from there.
We gotta set up perfect there though.
I thought you guys had it boxed in there, but
Look at all that loot in the trunk there. Those Stanley Cups popping out like uniques in Path of Exile here. Holy. Like one of the officers mentioned, it was a misdemeanor and then all this hoopla has turned it into a felony. I mean, it is a lot of money worth of Stanley Cups. The merchandise apparently came out to like $2,500. Like, that's a lot. But it's probably not worth throwing your whole life away on this police chase for.
I mean, I just want to call and make sure my baby back with my daughter. That's it.
if you would have stopped in Findlay, and we would have wrote you a court date, and you would have left. And then you could have called your dad, or your baby dad, and your
I didn't
daughter.
know how Findlay works, so I wanted to get to Toledo.
Toledo, and now what's
And
happened?
then I
You got
went
a
to
felony.
Perrysburg, and then I'm like, fuck Perrysburg, so I was like, let me get to Toledo.
It's terrible excuses. All right, but no, you're not going to use your phone anytime soon. So sit tight.
So this kind of confirms what I was saying earlier, that this must have spanned many different areas over the course of a longer period of time than the video lets on, because now she's in a different county and it's really blown it way up. So she's saying that, oh, she wanted to get somewhere else because she doesn't know how it works over there and wanted to get over here, and the officer's like, that's fucking stupid. I don't know how she thought that excuse would work or what the thought process was, because as the officer mentioned, if she had just pulled over initially, it would have been like a simple, quick procedure. She would have just left, but instead she stretched it out over the course of many miles, and she's like, well, there's a reasonable explanation for that, officer. I didn't know how it worked over there, so I wanted to get over here. But what seems to be the problem? And the officer actually gets really upset by her. Like, he goes in. He starts mocking her and insulting her. He was just kind of, like, fed up with her shit.
Enjoy the
Well, I
calmness.
had a newborn baby. I just need. Can you call him?
Let me tell you something right now. I am being a dick. I don't give a shit. Okay, you know how many lives you just put in danger out there? Myself, all these officers, all the citizens out there, and then you're worried about your little baby. You could have stayed home and taken care of him like a good mom.
I am.
That shit sounded like an Xbox Live lobby right there. He just starts going in. So, he's not wrong. She did put everyone on the road's life at risk with the way she was driving. We didn't get to see all of it, but she was running red lights and weaving between cars. And it apparently did reach over 115 miles per hour. That's not Weenie Hut Jr. That's not nothing. And she tries to use the excuse that she has like a newborn baby at home. Don't really see what that has to do with anything here. I have a newborn, and he refuses to drink out of any chalice that's not a Stanley Cup. What was I supposed to do, officer? I had to steal all $2,500 worth of Stanley Cups. I had no choice. And then I had to go on a long police pursuit to try and maintain it, or else my baby would have died without Stanley Cups. You don't get it. Dude wasn't having any of that. Puts on, like, his mocking voice and then calls her a bad mom, which she is. She is objectively a terrible mother.
Good work. Good work, officer. Good work. Fucking dumbasses. For a fucking purse. Y'all slow as fuck. Did all that shit for a purse, and they just fucked my car up. Nah, I really ain't gotta pay for my car.
You fucked your whole life up for some Stanley Cups. I would argue that's far stupider. Now, you could make the argument that it wasn't worth the pursuit since they already had, like, her license plate or everything. And I've definitely seen that pop up when, like, looking at police chases in LA. Because sometimes the officers will just be like, alright, enough is enough, it's getting too dangerous, we'll just go ahead and arrest them later since we have all their info. I feel like that probably would have been an option here, considering they had the license plate and everything about the car, but I guess they didn't have any information about the owner, nor did they have the evidence that she stole, so perhaps they felt that they needed to engage in the pursuit, otherwise they wouldn't be able to arrest her later. Couldn't really tell you.
And he keeps touching my motherfucking wallet like you about to touch my money. Why is y'all in my money? Thief ass pigs. Your mama bitch and your ugly ass kids bitch.
How peculiar. She likes to steal, but doesn't like to be stolen from. Hypocrite. I just love that she calls them thieves. That was just like the icing on top of the cake. Thieves! It's disgraceful! Disgusting! How could you? Now, who knows? Maybe they did actually take money out of her wallet. That has happened before. I've definitely read about that. It's possible. I don't know. I don't have the body cam footage for that. But I can't help but giggle that she steals, goes on the high-speed police pursuit, gets arrested, and then gets mad that they're going through her things. Anyway, though, that's about it. See ya. Oh, wow. The entire front window's been busted. What happened? Did it get hit with like a falling anvil, like it's out of Looney Tunes or something? Holy. This guy looks so calm behind the wheel right now. He's missing like the front pillar here. The entire front window's blown out and it's just like a leisurely stroll. Oh, wait. Wait. 5 minutes before that, hold on, let me make sure this isn't like some kind of catastrophic accident here that's gonna get me in trouble. What happened? It was in perfect condition just 5 minutes ago. This is a pretty high octane chase, it appears. It's a Toyota, it's fine. Yeah, I guess so. So it looks like they had him ready, busted, about to pop up on the screen here, and then he just decides, fuck it, and just blasts it. He says, safety be damned, I'm just going for it. Yeah, it'll buff out. It'll buff out. Is there anyone covering this with audio? Or do they eventually get audio? No, there's still no audio even on the live right now. Hold on. Let me find a different coverage. ABC usually does it too. What's going on? Did this guy deploy like an EMP device or something? Why we got no audio on this? There is. You have to go to their website to watch it. You have to go to their website to watch it with their commentary? Who do they have on it? Chris Collinsworth or something? Like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Why? Alright, I'm on their site. Now what?
This video to show you a very dramatic moment earlier when we thought this suspect.
Oh yeah, they're even doing the highlights right now.
Then look,
bang,
right through that gate.
Catching
right
us
there,
up on the lore.
shattering the windshield of the car. This Toyota.
Pretty well for us because we had some big jetliner coming into Burbank.
You can
Airport
skip,
on their
nothing
final
happens.
approach.
Well,
Only
I don't
for
want to
them.
go to
Now the
live just in
suspect
case
is,
someone gets
kind of
hurt.
paralleling that jet
So we'll
going
just go through the
westbound
filler
on
arc here real
Sherman
quick.
Way. Here on, you know, it changes
The police
at
are fucked. He has
the push of
amazing
a
miles
button
per gallon in that
where
car.
they bust through a fence
That's
like that,
true.
start driving 80
He just
miles
needs
an
to
hour
outlast
as we
them.
make the southbound
It's a war of
turn now
attrition.
onto Sherman Way. So still in
Honestly, the
behind,
police
now
might
gonna
get
head
bored at
towards
this speed
Sherman Oaks.
and just call it off.
Boy, San Fernando
This is
PD,
basically just a
they
speed
are
limit
on
chase.
this one like a hawk. Capable of.
And Des, it doesn't seem like there's a
Is
lot
that
of
actually a
traffic
Prius?
here,
I don't know enough
in
about
this
cars,
area on
and I don't
this
see many
road.
Priuses.
When
Priusi,
we went through
whatever the
those
plural is.
intersections, he ran into a little traffic.
It is
but
actually a
seems
Prius.
like,
That's a crazy
you know,
thing to get on a
open
police chase
street
with.
there.
Believe it or not, we will actually
On
see
4th of
probably
July.
about a half
True,
hour,
you'd
45
think that a
minutes
police
of
chase on
the
4th of July would be
traffic
high,
across
like
Southern
significantly
California.
higher in
Once everyone
intensity.
leaves those
Like the guys
fireworks
shooting fucking
displays,
fireworks
that's
out of the
when
side,
we
leaning
tell
out the back of it like
10, 10:30
GTA,
tonight.
shooting Roman
We'll
candles.
start to see that. So these are gonna
In a
be
getaway
some
car that happens to be like a
conditions
fucking
for
Camaro
the
or a
suspect. There's not
Charger
gonna
or
be any
something.
road work out here either. Caltrans
Or some
takes
kind of
the
old
holidays
school
off,
muscle
so
car.
I wouldn't expect to see any closures like that. It's just a matter of where does this suspect think they're going. As
Police
they,
chases are
can
Los
add some
Angeles
red light
tradition.
tickets
Yeah.
now to their traffic,
That's the number one pastime.
problems as the
To try to get out of the car.
This is why I
and flee,
moved out of
but
LA. How many
we
chases have you
haven't,
watched that weren't in Los Angeles?
you know,
I don't think
making
I've seen a
maneuvers
single
like
chase
going
that
down
wasn't
side
in LA.
streets, to make
Now I know they
moves,
happen
but
in other
I
places,
tell you this,
but it's
San Fernando
genuinely
PD
treated like a
right
sport
there
in
on
LA.
this track, from the very beginning.
Like I bet you could set your watch
yeah, they are
to
still
avoid
right
police
there,
chases. Like
and,
I got off work a
did
little
see
early,
after
but
they
it's
busted through the
4:30, which
gate,
means there's probably 2 or
briefly
3
speeds up
chases
to
on the
80 miles
interstate.
an
So I'm
hour
just
and
gonna
then
go
kinda
ahead
backed
and
off. I mean,
maybe
we're
get a
up
snack
this
or something, kill some
slightly
time, so I
right
avoid the
about
police
speed limit
chases.
here.
Like it seems like it's
Again,
clockwork.
you know, getting on the freeway with just got to be difficult on this.
They just keep showing this moment,
65 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour.
keeping the viewer hooked. Like, yeah, we know it's kind of like kind of boring right now, but look what happened 10 minutes ago when he ran through this fucking steel beam. Bang! Boom! That's a 5 booms out of 5 booms.
They're just going to run, which if people are, you know,
How is he
maybe
seeing through the cracked
unfamiliar,
windshield?
then
Because it's not just cracked. It's this entire driver's side windshield is missing. So he's actually just getting hit in the face with all the wind and everything as he's driving. Maybe he's got like sunglasses or something that he's put on to help with that. What was he pulled over for? Pulled over? You think they caught this mad guy? This demon? No, sir, he didn't get pulled over. I don't know what started this. Probably stolen car. That's usually what these are when it comes to LA police chases. Like 9 out of 10 are stolen car. Why the fuck would someone steal a Prius? I have no fucking idea, man. I couldn't tell you. I'm sure you could probably sell a Prius somewhere. And if it was like an easy thing to steal, maybe? Yeah.
Circumstances surrounding the theft of the car, but we have confirmed this is a stolen vehicle.
Called it. Hey, I know my police chases. Stolen car.
North on the 405.
That's one for Charlie. Bang. Called it.
Yeah, that's very eastbound 118, and so we are headed back.
Luckily, the criminal despawned most of the traffic here. I don't know how the highway is so empty in LA of all places, but whatever cheat code he input there really did help clear it all out. Is there anything more American than watching a car chase? Nah, it's about as patriotic as it gets, watching a good old-fashioned Prius car chase.
It's really hard to say because it is such a rarity. Like I said,
and they just keep running the best of moments. Now that's what I call Police Chases Volume 5 right there. That's like the 3rd time they've shown that. The greatest hits. Does your shirt say DILF Damn I Love Florida? You swine. No, it says DILF Damn I Love Freedom. And boy howdy do I. The freedom to watch a good old car chase as fireworks blow up around me.
Typically not the case.
It's gonna lose power soon. I don't know how long the chase has been going, but I'm sure it's probably fine for another like couple hours. Strap in for the long haul.
Now, yeah. The fireworks and the celebrations and the 4th of July celebrations really starting to get underway.
Hey now, wait, he's gonna stop for some gas? He de-aggroed the cops and he's like, alright, I gotta fill up this tank real quick.
Off the freeway and romping right through that.
He keeps using his blinkers. Well, why not? Just because you're in the middle of a car chase doesn't mean you forget your manners and the road rules. Always signal. Good for him. What did he do? Stole a Prius. Which I think is punishment enough. I don't even know if they need to arrest him.
Fast. Hitting the brakes, he's going to dive into a side street there.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Oh. That cop just happened to be there. Oh, wait! It's at that end! Wait, he's out! Oh, no!
Driver, though, running up the sidewalk there. Let's see if he goes into the...
Oh, shit!
Into a little side street there. There's some people there. Nowhere to go.
He wasn't checking his mini-map. He didn't realize there was a gate there.
LAPD night sunlight lighting up. It might have gone into... We got a officer running...
Nah, his goose is definitely cooked now. The only chance he has is if he can find a way to get inside someone's like garage or something, but it's not looking likely. Oh, this guy might just let him in. Hey, bud. Do you want to come in? The cops will despawn. He's really trying to give him the loop-de-loop and pull.
Another building, we'll see if he tries to get into one of these apartments. That would be bad news. Across the grass.
Man, the camera's getting so pixelated right now, I actually can't find him sometimes here.
There might be a fence there where you can't get over.
There we go. No, he's right there. I just saw him. He like crawled in over here. This guy's on his ass right now too. He's like, I see you!
We last saw him in those bushes there.
This guy's got the exclamation point over him like Metal Gear Solid. He might have actually got away. They were so slow. He also took the worst possible pathing, but it looks like it worked out. Oh, wait, yeah.
You see it popped open there.
If he did, that'd be a big mistake now because he had a pretty good spot. How did the door open? Did they hack it or something? Like, is the homeowner there? Oh yeah, homeowner's there. Oh, they look angry. I didn't see anything. Did I go too far back, maybe? Oh, there he is. Yep. Yep. Oh, they got him. Uh-oh. He moved at the worst possible time. Well, I mean, they knew he was here, I guess. What would you do in this scenario? If it was me? I don't know, that's tough. Because he's kind of boxed in. Helicopter's just OP. When it comes to police chases, you're not going to beat the helicopters. It's too strong in the meta. So I guess what I would hope for is I'd probably just start like knocking on some of these doors, be like, listen, brother, I stole a Prius. I feel really bad about it. Can I just hide out here? I don't really want to go to jail for it. Do you mind? And then just do that to every single house here, because once I go into a house, then I feel like I'm probably good. Because then the officers are going to need like a warrant or something. Like, as you can tell, they're not just like busting down doors. So just be like, buddy, let me just chill here for a bit. I'll even get you in for like half of what I sell this Prius for. They're just dropping the address to this guy, hoping someone's going to go out there and find him. There's just going to be one guy watching this news segment being like, wait, I know where that is. Straps in the seatbelt and steps on the gas. I'll get him. Why are they putting this up? Why are they showing that? What would you do if you were the homeowner he ran into?
We're kind of far from San Fernando.
Would be very I don't know. It all depended on his attitude. Like if he tipped his fedora, he's like, "Good day, good morrow, my gentle sir. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a pickle."
So
then I'd consider it.
Theory, then okay, so kind of hard to say.
I'm assuming they lost him. No, I think he's still inside that building. Like I don't think he got out yet. So even though they haven't got him per se, he's kind of boxed in. There's not a whole lot he can really do, I don't think.
They have a perimeter.
No, I don't think he got away. It's just they can't kick down the door and grab the guy or anything. Unless I guess the lady tells them they can. He's a squatter now. Ooh, that's Galaxy Brain. If he can camp long enough, he could get squatters' rights. Doesn't Cali have like the most lenient squatters' rights as well? I could be getting them confused with something else, but squatters' rights are crazy. He just might. If he can just wait it out. Yeah, I think this is probably where this is going to end. I don't think they're getting in tonight. He's just gonna stay there for the evening. He's just gonna hide out, maybe watch some TV, call it a night. I'm guessing that that's where we're still at in real time. Oh, they actually just stopped it. Have you seen the new Wild Georgia chase video where the suspect goes airborne while smoking a cigarette? Look up State Boys GSP. I'm ready for some Dukes of Hazzard level activity here. Oh no! You're not supposed to do that! Not exactly going very fast. Good turn signal though. We appreciate that. Oh, he just wanted a better place to slab up.
Hey! Hey! No, don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it!
Don't listen to him! Do it! Do it! Thanks. Oh! His buddy's like, no, I want no part of that. I don't know him. Actually, really smart move from his friend. Really a good call. That was a rough landing, though. Why did he exit the vehicle? Here, we'll come back in a second, but why did he exit the vehicle? This is like the most suboptimal way. He somehow ends up backwards on his ass. I feel like if you dive out of the car door, you usually will go like forward or like roll to the side. He somehow takes the worst possible approach onto his ass and hits his head on the ground. Tactical roll. You're right, I just don't know tactics. I was expecting a Dark Souls roll. Oh, baby! Whoa! Holy shit, that was cool! No, don't tell me it's already out of steam. Alright, good, thank you. Yeah, it's built Ford tough. That better not give off off one jump. That was so much air! That was GTA Park tow truck level shit. He loves driving into the grass like that. I mean, he's obviously hammered, but what if he's only faking it? He's acting. What he's actually doing is trying to put up a smoke screen with all the dust and dirt. That way the officer loses him. Not the best pit maneuver I've ever seen. Also, not the most amazing. He's slippery.
I can't let him back on the roadway.
He's got moves. Oh, shit! Now he's bumping and grinding. Oh, he gave him the pit maneuver for free there. Oh! There goes my power. Every house on the block just got real mad. Wait, this is a crazy chase, actually. Thanks, SD. No way the cop car's about to fucking peter out here. I also think the officer hurt himself. He's moaning really hard. I think when he hit that, he must have hit his head on the steering wheel or something. So now the officer's concussed, chasing a drunk man. Oh, he's gone. He's in the next county now. You'll never find him. He's already bought a Hoover Max. He changed his name. Wait, we got him! I see him! It's open road. Just fucking slam into him. Oh. He's keeping the cigarette in his mouth at least. Oh! Nothing he can't wiggle his way out of. Like Halo, hold X to flip it. What seems to be the problem, officer? You can't see anything after this? Oh no, does it? Oh. I'd love to see the other angle when he gets out of the car. Replay the jump. Oh yeah, let's see that jump again. That jump was unbelievable. He got so much air off of it. That's really good. Very impressive truck, too. 8, 10 pit maneuvers, 2 airborne jumps, and very rarely stayed on the road. And the only thing that stopped it was just getting turtled. Having a bunch of shit in the back of a truck during a police chase is like Mario Kart. True. True. This was a good maneuver here. He threw the green shell backwards at him after the jump. I'm surprised more people don't do that. See, there it comes. He had to swerve out of the way, bought him a little extra time. Good tactic. This chase had happened a little while ago. The suspect has since been sentenced to 10 years in prison. On what charges? Enjoying a jump? A succulent airborne jump? There is another Georgia State police chase with some good air. It's called GSP Pursuit of Indiana Murder Suspect into Oncoming Traffic Truck Goes Airborne. This feels oddly familiar. Imagine it's the same guy with a cigarette in his mouth. Well, let's see how they perform. We saw how a Ford did. How does a Ram do here? Ford versus Dodge. Who wins? What's better for a chase? I will say the speeds are definitely faster so far in the Ram. It's not helping him much more than the other guy, though. Oh! Oh! Man, that's more good air. That was super solid. I think his ass went a little higher than the other truck, but it didn't cover as much ground. So it kind of like popped its tuchus up. Yeah, like it gets, like the ass gets really high.
I gotta get him stopped. Up here.
Oh, big pit maneuver. Man, they pit maneuver. Oh my god. Does anyone get hurt in this? Man, GSP's built a little different. They're pit maneuvering on busy streets. Even if that pit maneuver didn't go tits up, leading to them going through the ditch, yeah, on a successful pit, this car is just getting fucked. That's usually why you see, like, the other chases we watch, they don't pit maneuver on busy streets. There is TOS at 554. Let me see on the other monitor real quick. I want to see the chase, but I don't want to get in trouble for it. I'm assuming it's like a crash on a civilian or something. Or maybe it's something even more unexpected, like titties. Oh, wow. Yeah, that oh my god, yikes. I feel terrible for that driver. Oh man, he's throwing toilet paper out the back of his vehicle here like banana peels. Jesus. I will say, out of all the chases we've watched, this guy might be the most reckless driver out of all of them. This guy's unhinged.
Yeah, nobody's wanting to get out of my way, so I'm having a hard time getting up there.
That is... I will say, that is something I noticed here as well. So far, pretty much not a single car has, like, pulled off to the right or the left here to make room for the officer. They're just like, fuck you, man. I got a commute to do. I'm not letting you through. I'm surprised he hasn't just turned off one of these streets down there on the other side of the road. Oh! Oh! He's drifting it! Oh! Man, it's still in really good condition even after taking a huge jump. Okay, I gotta skip this because he hits a civilian. And then he takes off on foot. Oh, he gave him the loop-de-loop and pull! Looks like they got him. Man, they got all the stats in here. The mileage on my patrol car was 130,049 miles. They got the goddamn Carfax. Looks like the person he hit only had a minor injury, so that's very lucky, because he annihilated that other vehicle. I don't see a follow-up, just that they have him in custody, but it's been 3 years.
But they've already tried a spike and a pit.
All right. You're sure it's this one? I don't want to go on a stinker chase here. And I'm be honest, our protagonist, not in the optimal whip for a chase. That is not built for high speed. That's built for comfort? I don't know. Efficiency?
Happened in Winnetka. Oh, there you go, Des. We got you now.
Assault with a deadly weapon. That's pretty serious. And then he hopped in the goddamn shoebox. He said, I gotta make a getaway, but I want to look like a clown doing it. Obeying all road rules. Very polite.
You saw that LAPD helicopter right
It's built for groceries.
I was saying earlier that it was kind of surprising how empty the roads
Yeah, it's probably really good at groceries, I guess. It's got a lot of space.
When overhead is that it hasn't reached really high rates of speed, but still
not yet. Wait till he fucking throws in the NOS afterburners on it.
What this person is wanted for, Mike.
Yeah, and you see this unit, this Topanga unit.
Oh no! Don't pit maneuver him.
Yeah, so
good dodge. Good work.
Right there, because you had a ton of traffic, but they've been authorized.
He knows.
They've been trying to do spikes. This person had been seeing.
This is probably the fastest that car has ever gone.
They were really, really slow, like in the neighborhood of like less than 5 miles an hour. So certainly a lot faster. Now here comes this unit again, Amy.
Nice legacy.
Let's see, Des.
Don't pit him! Oh God!
Close.
Oh. You thought.
But
you really thought.
He knows what they're trying to do.
Yeah, this guy knows.
Made that turn to avoid.
He's played Need for Speed.
I mean, the units are right there, and they've got him.
Chose the wrong car from the garage, but his heart's in the right place for the chase.
At this point, and he's just kind of.
Man, he's treating this like he's racing at fucking Talladega right now. He just keeps hitting these turns, just doing the loops. Oh God, he's out of place. It's the ooh, little fender bender.
Yeah, and you know what? It's kind of
but he avoided the pit.
Because this unit doesn't have that time, so definitely.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep hitting the same turns.
We'll see if that continues to be
nothing but right-hand turns. Man's the opposite of Derek Zoolander. Or nope, he is literally Derek Zoolander behind the wheel.
Another turn.
Yeah.
Another dodge.
And you know, Amy and Des, the good part is right now, definitely too fast for a pit maneuver. Remember, police
a left turn.
Like to do pit maneuvers under 30 miles.
Is that allowed?
You do it much faster than that. You risk the suspect vehicle flipping or causing some.
Man, just hit him with the blue steel.
They don't want to do that. This guy, obviously, though, Amy,
he's gone now.
About very keen to the fact that that's what LAPD wants to do.
God damn it! Not the blue steel. That's Magnum. What is wrong with my Zoolander knowledge?
Really quick last-minute turn. As far as I know, there's only one person in. Des, I don't know if you've heard any different.
Well, he's going to pick up a few more people.
One person. And remember, this is an incident that we believe
that'd be pretty cool if he
something
did.
That happened very recently. This isn't a situation where they kind of
imagine joining a chase mid-pursuit, like your buddy just slabs up, he scoots in sideways, like get in, and then all of a sudden you're just in the middle of the chase.
Person may have so.
Himself through those two cars right there. Luckily, Mike, we haven't seen any collisions or any.
Oh God, he's lurking again.
Go again.
Yeah, no.
The shark's in the water and he smells cum.
That's a little bit of a high speed there for a pit attempt. So
I'm
actually going to try to do it or just trying to get him.
Oh, another right turn. We're safe.
No damage that we know of. It doesn't look.
This guy's just going right through the intersection.
He's playing a game of Frogger. He's doing it.
Really close
nice.
Right there. Westbound on Parthenia. I think he's got the window down right now. We can see if we get a
hey, wave at me.
Shot of the suspect while and the window goes right back up right as I double in. So
that we're watching right now, probably some of the fastest driving that we've seen there.
Oh, they're back.
That black and white, that cruiser right up there behind them.
Uh-oh.
And now they're up into a busy.
It's round 2.
He almost knew like he was going opposite lanes of traffic, right?
Yeah.
Jeez, a close shave.
I heard what I believe. Okay, see if they're gonna have an opportunity.
He's out of right turns to make. This pit's going through. He's trying.
So close, and it's just crazy how
he's trying to squeeze away. Oh no! He couldn't find another right-hand turn to make.
Really good, and let's see if this
Jinkies.
Amazingly, didn't hit any innocent vehicles.
You can't box in the box.
May have done some damage to the cruiser. And let's see if after all the attitude he gave.
It's empty. It was a drone.
They're out with their guns drawn, lethal and less lethal.
Imagine.
That, shook the sense into this suspect, and we're going to bring this silliness to an end.
Yeah, you can see that officer down there on the right-hand side there.
How does this go on for another 37 minutes? What? Do they just stand in the like a standoff for this long?
if that's the case, they suspect that. They also suspect that
He's throwing that bitch in reverse. He said, "No, I don't think I will."
So, just, you know, and after such a great
No, we can't catch him.
You know, so many false starts and spinning the vehicle around like that. Now he's getting into reverse, and what are they going to do right now? So
What are they? They're powerless.
it was going to be over.
That was the one move they didn't expect. He said, "I reject the idea of being busted.
Yeah,
I am the one who
you're going to
busts."
want to do a pit in a small residential area here, but on
So why, if I may, I'm not the police chief. God bless. Being the police chief in LA sounds like a fate worse than death. He was here for like 5 minutes. You're telling me one of like the 3 officers here wouldn't just pull up behind him to box him in? Isn't that like standard protocol? What were they worried about? Like this thing, like that's barely more than like a Tonka toy. Like it's not gonna cause like crazy damage. Like whoever was here, like on the end, just wanted to be part of the team. He must really love his car or something. Like he has some kind of emotional connection to it because he did not want that bitch scratched. He easily could have just boxed them in. Crossfire mainly, but yeah, kind of dumb. Well, we've seen so many chases, probably close to 100 chases by now. Every time a pit maneuver occurs, usually the follow-up is like a fucking football team trying to jump on a fumble. They have like 8 cars box them in. And that's in like assault, armed robbery cases. Like we've seen that. Why was this one? Were they really afraid of this vehicle? Like what do they think this was? The fucking Batmobile or something? Like I don't understand. There must be something I'm missing. Because we've seen armed robbery suspects get boxed in. Now this guy is also an armed robbery suspect. He apparently had a knife. But I feel like the knife isn't gonna jeopardize the police vehicle in the event that he like charges at them when he's surrounded by 9 dudes. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe there's more to the code book I don't know. He could probably throw it. Like he could be really skilled with the blade. Like he could be doing throwing knife like he's going for kill cam in Black Ops. Like yeah, it's possible, but probably unlikely. You know what I mean? Oh, he found the key. Drive really slow in residential areas.
Yeah, I thought that there were officers on the other side.
I like that. A shocking turn of events. He went slowly in reverse and then just left.
Yeah, that coordination was coming here or not. It's hard to tell.
I wonder what the plan is. Yeah, maybe he's trying to de-aggro by being like really normal
like 2
driving.
Flat tires, I think I just heard. So maybe on the passenger side.
Yeah,
looks like,
I heard that as well.
What was
was he
that?
just on the phone there too, Des?
He looks like
No, it looks like he's looking at Instagram reels. What was that? Man brought up his phone to bring up a picture of his wife, like a World War II pilot who looks at his family before doing a crazy maneuver. What's he cooking? No, on his phone, man. Obviously, it's a dude driving it. I'm talking about on his phone. This was one of the weird twists. He's holding an actual photo of somebody for some reason. Oh! Analog.
Start pleading their case, saying they're innocent or whatever.
Wait, I think you're... Yeah, wait, you're right. That is just a photograph. Just a fucking Kodak moment printed photo. Yeah, you're right. I wonder what it all means.
Oh, now the suspect may be, you know, kind of using that to their advantage right now, but was definitely on the phone. And it looked like I could see someone on the screen, maybe like.
See, the announcer, the sports broadcaster, had the same thought I did, that it was someone on a phone screen. But it is just a photo.
But you know, does this? Just kidding. We're still going. Yeah. We're on Maria here.
That was a beautiful pit maneuver. Glad they replayed that on the jumbotron.
And we're just showing our viewers there.
Oh God, it's too no!
Did before finally coming to a. Oh, what's going on here?
That was the saddest pit maneuver I've ever seen. That was unauthorized. What? Look at this. This is so dainty.
Showing our viewers there all the different maneuvers this driver did before finally coming to a.
Is where they can, but it's just so residential in the middle of the day.
Here comes another one.
Yeah.
No, he changed his mind. He changed his mind. Imagine the cop crashes into one of the parked vehicles too focused on the pit maneuver. This guy wins just by driving normally. Well, not normally anymore, but up until then.
Definitely crazy on Mason Street, kind of a medium-sized street right here. And let's see him come in
Here we
again.
go
See if they can pin him again.
Oh! It's too strong.
At that point, but boy, I mean,
My God!
It's crazy here. We haven't seen this kind of aggression with LAPD.
It's made of vibranium. You stand no chance.
And on surface.
So they definitely.
Another one's on the way. Inbound. What? Can you wait until we're out of the trees? It's blocking the view. Can you pit maneuver him and? Oh God.
Maybe. Yeah,
he's running out of steam.
So we'll see if we can see those.
Is the tank empty?
Yeah, I can see the rear passenger side is definitely flat.
Oh boy! No!
Well,
damn you!
Get us around. You can see the side skirt was
scripted
there as well.
Another car, so.
Yeah, I mean he's out of room. He's got no more real estate to maneuver.
No, it can't.
Or if they said that he did. We'll see here as the suspect kind of shaking their head. That vehicle looked like they were already
should have taken a better car.
You can see the damage to this vehicle.
He's just really regretting the choice.
Passenger side is
between him and the officers, right? Last time they pitted him and he stopped. Oh, doors open.
That's where she ends.
All right.
He said enough is enough. I've had my fun.
Kind of like a deja.
Couldn't operate it quite like he was before with those.
He looks just so disappointed. He doesn't even look mad or scared. He just looks really disappointed.
Or maybe he's closer to home.
Yeah, true.
The car may not have had any more gas in the tank, but he did.
Still in the same area. I mean, he has not ventured geographic and have not made any kind of large geographical distance. Never had any interest in getting on a freeway.
Wait a second. I think I just saw him granny shift.
Surface streets up and down.
Oh no, never mind. Never mind. I thought he was about to do some kind of crazy maneuver.
He's got a note or a picture in his
papers.
Sure, you know,
yeah, it looks like that's definitely where it ends.
Those people just to stay
looks like he started crying. Yeah, and then he called it. He called it a day. He said we all had fun today, but that's where it ends.
Yeah, just kind of
I made a video covering this subject like 6 months ago, and it remains true to this day and actually is only increasing in frequency. For some reason, it feels like there's been a rise in police pursuits involving heavy machinery. Vehicles that you'd never expect to ever be involved in a high-speed pursuit have, for some reason, been constantly involved in high-speed pursuits. It's like something out of the Looney Tunes. I have no idea why. I'm sure not even God has an explanation, but I'm sure he's equally as entertained as I am by it, because it is comical watching some of these. They're very low-speed pursuits, like the top speed for a lot of these machines is like 15, maybe 30. And I'm talking, you're seeing police pursuits of them trying to chase down a steamroller, a forklift, a bulldozer, a killdozer, a front loader, a side loader, a back loader, a chode loader. Like, you name it, if it's got 4 wheels and weighs 50 tons, you can find a police chase with it over the last 6 months. It's happening all the time now. So I saw a front loader police pursuit the other day where one of the cops is talking to a worker and he's, asking how fast do these puppies go, and he says it can get up to like 30. He's like, 30? Zoinks. It's worse than I thought. Get in your front loader and help us chase this guy down. So he recruits this completely normal civilian who's just working, like he's at his job, tells him to get into his front loader so that way he can help chase down the bad guy's front loader. It's so weird. It's like a kaiju movie where they recruit another monster to engage with it. Like, it's for no reason other than, I guess, good cinema. I have no idea. But I have to show you that clip. Also, I have to show you this other clip that I saw today about a guy who was trying to evade police, and he hid behind a car in like the most obvious position imaginable. And yet the cops didn't find him for like over a minute. They swarmed the area around him and just kept walking right by. It's like all of those scenes in a movie that get criticized when it's a stealth section where the good guy's trying to like take cover and like all of the bad guys walk right by them and for some reason never see them. Or like in a video game when the AI keeps like running right by the bush that you're peeking out of even though like you're in plain sight, for some reason they're not alerted. Like, I now start to believe those things after seeing this clip. Like, that's no longer unbelievable to me because of what I've just witnessed with this guy's hiding spot. Oh yeah, I kept getting tagged in this all afternoon. It says, bro was 1 second away from losing 4 stars in GTA. I'm guessing it's like a really weird pursuit. I haven't watched it yet, but this must be poppin'. And it's been a little while since I've seen an interesting pursuit. That's not true. We saw the one the other day with the guy in the bulldozer, where the police told another guy in like a front loader to chase him down. Let's see if this beats that.
And then you can see it right there, the suspect trying to get into somebody's property. Or
this is like the end of the pursuit, it seems, though.
But doing a very, very poor job of it right there. LAPD coming to a stop. Oh, come on, guys, he's right there. there. The officer's running right by him.
That's cute.
They're going right by him. I'm sorry, Angie, our pilot today, talking on O2, trying.
And admittedly, from this angle, I wouldn't have thought to check behind that car either. I'd probably just run straight up there like an NPC too, to be honest.
Oh my goodness, I just feel so bad for those officers.
Oh, true, yeah, this is the news chopper, isn't it?
It's the blue car. There we go. Somebody's getting the information. Somebody's got to be getting the information. Keep coming around, Ange. Keep coming around. Keep coming around. That suspect, unbelievable.
Oh, he's gone prone.
We're watching this live, and you have to understand that these officers, they don't know what the information that we know. But again, that LAPD helicopter just arriving.
Holy shit, I'm never going to criticize video game AI ever again. Oh wait, no, he's absolutely going to see him.
Information. There you go. There you go. And now
Busted.
that suspect
Yeah, he
going
pointed
into
at him.
custody. Wow. Wow.
Or not.
They haven't
Does
seen
he-
him yet.
Oh.
This is unbelievable. There we go. Oh my gosh.
What was this? Wait, what? Did this guy not see him? He's literally looking at him. Was he not alerted? What the fuck is his field of vision?
Be getting that information.
He even
There
like
you go.
points at him, doesn't
there
he?
You go. And now that suspect going into custody. Wow.
Maybe, did he de-aggro or something? How did this happen? He looked at him, pointed at him, he's like, oh, it must be behind this gate. Shit, if only we could get through. Well, no, he's like literally pointing, you know, he must know. Why is he tugging on the gate? He pointed at him twice.
Haven't seen him yet. This is.
And then this guy points at him, he's like, oh yeah, you're right. They're playing on 30 FOV. I guess so, man. He's behind a tire too, partially out of view. That's what I was thinking. So I think his biggest mistake, if I was to, I don't know, be a criminal evading arrest tactician expert, I think his biggest mistake was going prone. He spread out his surface area, which made it a little easier to see him. I think that's the only reason he got caught, because this guy looked under the car and must have seen at least a piece of him. And then when they went to the gate, like maybe if he was still just crouching there, they wouldn't have noticed. Perhaps. What he needed was one of those like ninjutsu smoke bombs. If he just had one of those in his pouch, like if he had put one of those in his loadout, he would have popped one right here, and he would have been fine. You see the footage of the bulldozer police chase from a week ago? Cops asked one of his coworkers to stop him and another bulldozer. Disgruntled former employee hijacks front loader and leads police on a slow-speed chase. Why would they ask someone to try and stop him in another bulldozer? That just sounds like they were doing that for fun. How would that possibly give them any advantage?
Stop. Stop.
Oh shit, he's hitting the turbojets.
Hey! Stop!
Activating afterburners.
radio. An individual who's driving a four-wheeler tractor is not stopping for me. I have no way of stopping.
I mean, if you gave it a light jog, you could catch up.
He's gonna go out the main road. I control him. Grab your machine. What is it? One of those things? How fast is it?
What?
They can get up to probably about 30.
30?
Grab that. Quick.
That heavy equipment can get up to 30? And also, why is he telling him to get in his heavy machine? I still don't understand the strategic importance of that.
We're in front of Victory World Church on Brook Hollow.
Oh god. Let them fight. Oh, he's trying to hit him with a pit maneuver there with the bucket on it. Why did he tell him to get in the other bulldozer? What was the point? Or not bulldozer, front loader. I guess maybe flip it over. This is like a scene out of Godzilla Kong New Empire.
Keep him up! Hey! Flip it! Flip it! If you flip it, flip it!
The cops are just having fun. Flip him! Fucking flip him! Yeah! Yeah! Flip him! Nice. I wonder if that's textbook. They teach you that at the police academy? Whoops. When engaging in a slow-speed pursuit with a front loader, try and find an equal front loader to try and flip it over or something. What was the guy even doing, just cruising? I have no idea. That guy just peeled out and he said, I'm not talking to you anymore. And he just left. And then started doing little donuts. That is, until this vigilante came into the equation. I like the way he enters, too. It's just very cinematic. That guy's getting a raise for this one. Bullshit. I'm actually worried for this guy's job security. Maybe they come after him next, like vigilantism or something. They slap him with a fine. And they told him to do it. You see the video of the thief disguised as a trash bag? Yeah, he's a copycat criminal. I saw. This guy just stole a page out of the playbook from the guy who did this exact same thing with the traffic cone. I mean, it could even be the same culprit, I suppose. We don't have any DNA evidence to link them. Toy Story crime? Yeah, basically. Same technique, everything. They must have trained at the same dojo. Ra's al Ghul trained them in the art of package theft. Prop hunt. Yeah, oh, kind of. It's unironically not the worst plan ever. Bro is not Solid Snake. Did you see about the police officer that drove into a restaurant and arrested the owner? He crashed his car through the restaurant? 2 videos, lots of questions after police SUV crashes into St. Louis bar. Owner arrested. Man, what? You're under arrest for putting this restaurant in the front of my SUV cruiser. You're in violation. Sounds like a Looney Tunes trap, like Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, where they paint like a tunnel on a wall and then just crash into it. 2 videos shared on Tuesday by an attorney for a South St. Louis bar owner show a police SUV crashing into the bar, and part of the aftermath that led to the bar owner being arrested on charges of assault and resisting arrest. Oh, so the charges were separate from the crash. So this guy was just scooting in sideways like an action movie scene. The videos clear up some questions about what happened early Monday outside of the bar. Bar PM, popular gay bar in the city's Carondale neighborhood. I'm sure I butchered that name. But they produced several more. The bar's co-owner, Chad Morris, was charged with third-degree assault and misdemeanor resisting arrest after the crash. Police claimed he pushed an officer and ran from them. Let's see what the footage... Oh my god. It is impossible to use the internet without an ad block these days, but I can't go on these websites with one on anymore. Oh, wow. Okay. Alright. He didn't even really... Man. I can't even rewind the video because now I'm getting another ad. He didn't even get far into the restaurant. This is like an advertisement for whoever makes that door threshold, like the door frame. Fucking blocked a full-speed police SUV. He bounced off of it. What is that made out of? Titanium? Adamantium? Like, look at this. It actually bounces the SUV back instead of crashing through the glass. That's impressive engineering. What a good build. So did the officer explain why he tried to crash through the front of the restaurant? Because at first I thought it'd be an accident, but this is clearly deliberate. He made no attempt to slow down or anything, really, it doesn't seem like. He just zooms through like it's GTA Online. It's insane the car is flying, Cazelli said on Tuesday. If I did this, I would be cited. It's unclear why the SUV swerved. James Pence, Morris' husband and another co-owner of the bar said police initially told him they had to swerve to miss a dog. Officers later recanted and said they swerved to miss a parked car, the same explanation that police gave reporters. This parked car? Brother, I got news for you. If you have to swerve to miss this parked car, you shouldn't be behind the wheel. It's a parked car on a road with literally nothing on it. This is like the road outside of Courage the Cowardly Dog's house. There is nothing here. So if you had to swerve to miss this, you're either drunk driving or a terrible driver. He's a hero, don't you get it? True, I guess. I didn't even think of that. This is quite the stunt. Though I guess he's already out of control. Like, for some reason, it looks like he's already lost control of the vehicle, because he is kind of beelining towards that car, so maybe he really did swerve to miss it. I don't know why he tried to throw in a dog excuse. But why is he already losing control of his vehicle? Police did not respond to multiple requests for more information about the incident and Cazelli's accusations. They denied a sunshine request for dashcam footage of the incident, citing an active investigation. Man, that dashcam's gonna go hard. This is the aftermath. Looks like all of the framing's made out of wood. That's some strong wood. Mahogany, no doubt. The door didn't even budge. Didn't even make it to the door. This fine hard wood stopped it. Didn't even break the glass on it. I read a bit further about this after stream just because I was extremely curious as to how the officers would explain crashing into the bar like this, like it's some kind of Dukes of Hazzard moment. And there still isn't any real answers.
Mike and Kelly, we still really don't have many answers from police, and the bar owners say this was really scary for them. Their friends, however, have been very supportive, and tonight they supported them in the best way they knew how, which meant opening the bar, damages and all.
A power move reopening the bar in the condition that it's in. It's going to look like a bar out of the Fallout universe, but hats off to them for it. Now, initially they claimed that they arrested one of the owners after blasting through the wall like the Kool-Aid man because it was a situation where the owner was resisting arrest. The officer claimed that he had been struck by the owner, which caused him to be off balance, which gave him probable cause to arrest the owner.
Surveillance video shows a St. Louis police vehicle crashing into the front of the bar.
I was loud. I was very vocal. But I never did anything to make any officer feel like I was trying to harm them or anything. I wanted to know why there was a police vehicle sitting in my building.
Which I think is a pretty reasonable response given the situation. They apparently live above the bar, which means they would have heard this happen, and they probably assume they got hit by a fucking missile. So I think that is a perfectly warranted natural response given the circumstances. You're woken up to this loud explosion downstairs, you know, like, hey, Buster, what's going on? Why did you crash your vehicle into my business, bub? Come on. Jiminy Christmas. Like, you would have probably thought you got hit by a drone strike or something. And then you just see this SUV halfway through your business. Now, luckily they invested in some of the highest quality wood the fucking United States has ever seen, so it didn't get all the way through into the bar and, like, bust everything up. It was mainly just damage to the front. But even still, that's pretty scary and confusing, so it makes sense he would be loud.
Pence was briefly detained by officers at the very tense scene, but Morris was arrested, charged with multiple felonies, including assaulting a police officer and held without bond.
There's currently no evidence to confirm the officer's side of the story that he was assaulted by the owners or anything like that. And the charges that were brought against him initially have already been reduced, but the lawyer that's representing them isn't satisfied with just misdemeanor charges being on the table. He wants the whole thing dropped. He says this is a bunch of baloney. He says that they actually have a video that confirms that the police were the aggressors, and from a couple of the articles I read, they reference another video that doesn't show any type of physical confrontation between the owners and the officers. So if this video exists, it should help prove that the owners were not in the wrong in any way. The only thing that is confirmed is that the owners were yelling, which again I think is totally understandable, given an SUV just crashed into their building in the middle of the night, scaring the bejesus out of everybody. Yelling about your business being attacked by a police SUV out of nowhere like a jump scare is not grounds for an arrest. So the attorney on Twitter is saying that they have a video to confirm there was never any physical confrontation. From some of the articles I've read, there's other videos that exist that also don't show any kind of like assault on the officer or anything like that. Now, if you want my theory here, I think the officer was extremely embarrassed with his awful driving and after hitting the building, immediately went into action movie mode. So the airbag deploys, blasts him in the face, maybe semi-concusses him, and then he's in a war zone in his brain at that point. So he pops open the door and does a combat rollout. He takes one knee, pistol drawn. He's got his service pistol out, analyzing the situation, and then all of a sudden the owners start yelling. And I think he was already in so deep that he felt like he needed to make an arrest or something. Like, that's what I think. I think it all stems from the shame of being such a dog shit driver that he ran into this fucking building. That's my theory. I don't think the owners assaulted the officer. I do think they were definitely yelling at him, which they had every right to do, but I don't think there was any actual assaulting of the officer here. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to cover this situation a little bit because that footage of the police SUV hitting like this mean drift into the building out of nowhere for no reason had me scratching my head wondering how everything's going to pan out from this point forward. That is probably the worst driver the police academy has ever put behind the wheel of a police vehicle, I've got to say. So, Yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's really about it. Oh yeah, also, one more thing. Whoever built the front of that building really needs to capitalize off this situation and start saying like, hey, we were responsible for that super durable, super strong, indestructible build that blocked an SUV from getting through. It's been a while since I paid a visit to good old LA here. Looks about how I remembered it. Police cars zooming through, sirens wailing. Just another good old night in LA with a police chase. That's how Christmas is celebrated. It just says no audio available. Oh, I didn't even look at this. I just assumed this was just a normal ticker. I didn't think it'd actually have valuable information. I thought it'd be just like local stories. Crackhead fell down. Gets arrested. Where's the one with audio? I can't find the CBS one. Oh, no rewind enabled? You sick motherfuckers. No rewind on this either? What's going on here, sports fans? This is America's great pastime with police chases, and you're gonna tell me no rewind? Try live police chases. A lot of cars on the road for this one. Damn, he's punching it.
Significant speed. You already pointed this out and noting. And because of their helicopter overhead as well.
I mentioned this before, but I want to mention it again now that we're watching a chase. I got to see a chase firsthand, front row seats, like a month ago now. I was coming back from a card shop, and I saw that there was a car in my side mirror on the wrong side of the road, just absolutely going ballistic. And the light had just turned green on that side, so cars were coming at him. And I really thought he was trying to kill himself. So I was like, wow, I'm going to witness something traumatic right here. But I couldn't look away. And then as he got closer, he went off the road. He like hopped the curb, went around, and then turned left out the other side. And then maybe 5, 6 something seconds later, the exact same car, not the same guy, but the same car came down behind me again, this time on the right side of the road, and then just scooted right by my lane and just did this exact same thing. Straight down, took a left, and never to be seen again. And then maybe like 5 or 6 seconds later, fucking 4 cop cars follow and do the exact same thing. It was incredible. You had to get the Google Maps camera. Yeah, I guess so. That would have been such cool footage. Not compared to like these chases, because I only got to catch a glimpse of it. But it was pretty intense. I'd never actually seen a chase firsthand. We don't really get those in Tampa to this degree.
Yeah, just really insane. I mean, you saw blowing through those red lights, not even slowing down at all, not even tapping on the brake pedal. And we're having to give some.
They had nothing but smooth sails in the open sea right there. So he didn't need to slow down.
Now we're right down by the Redondo Beach Marina, I believe. See what their next move is, but all the streets over here as we get closer.
This is one of the rare police chases where this guy is not just making a break for the interstate.
So extremely dangerous combination.
South-based cities and
why is he running?
That point there about
I don't know, man. I'm not his dad. You ask him.
Then they veered off right, made a tight turn, and then
just making bad decisions.
Back and kind of hard to tell. Sort of backed off and waiting to re-engage, but trying to establish our connection here. And
did they lose him back there?
Where this vehicle is.
They had 2 choppers on his ass.
To the point now where seems to.
Oh no, there he is.
The only way it seemed to really slow down was really to get out of the ways of other cars. But this right here, this area is where anybody could be on a street corner or walking around. But
I haven't seen a police car chase in a while. Where are they? They're in LA. It's just they're so frequent. I think they stopped broadcasting every single one of them. They'd run out of like camera space. There's not enough SDs in the world.
This has gotten so dangerous that if this was a lesser want, if this was just a stolen vehicle or just suspected, you can see some damage on that vehicle there. So we're getting a really good view of that Mercedes. So there has already been at least one.
This is old. It just ended for me. It's so old. It ended like 4 minutes ago. I wait till they're over to make sure nobody dies. I like to play it safe. A chase loses its fun when someone gets hurt. That's not the criminal themselves.
Oh my goodness, that was insanely close. just wrong side of the road. And look at this, at 80 miles an hour over all this traffic.
Damn, wait, this guy's real. Holy.
As he crossed 11th Street, absolute insanity with this driver right
Yeah, this
now.
guy's a maniac on the loose.
How much traffic is out here through that red light? I mean,
very potentially dangerous people. They're running like they're dangerous, and LAPD is chasing them like they're dangerous.
And you've already seen the.
If only Jack Bauer was on the force, he'd shoot out the tires from this chopper.
Someone or some people that are not afraid necessarily of potentially getting into driving on the opposite side of the road. And then the other point here is that this vehicle's a Mercedes. So to Des's earlier point, it zooms incredibly
tight squeeze.
And also, as we're back on the wrong side of the point, LAPD is not behind him because they don't want to be. They're struggling to keep up with him. They're struggling to keep
That's
up.
true. Steven Seagal would also be a weapon to deploy. Oh, close call. Close shave. Yeah, Steven Seagal would get out there and Aikido the car into pieces.
Have their lights and sirens on, and hopefully people get out of the way, but they're not
seen that exact image multiple times.
Dude needs a plan. This is just random. He's panicking.
You increase, and Desmond, you increase the risk because you're introducing more variables. Every opportunity.
What he should do,
potential opportunity
if I was his robbery coach or his police chase coach, I'd tell him to go back to the shoreline and just fucking start looping around those tall buildings to obstruct the chopper view, and then eventually just bail out.
No, it's still there. I think they're just, really haven't
Oh, officer actions here. Whoa!
just ridiculous. I mean, this is so terrifying for everyone out here right now.
Both of those drivers just soiled themselves.
Really insanely close call that we've had. Just within inches.
See, like, if that kind of shit happened to me, like in the police chase that I mentioned that I got to see, like, if that guy came in front of me as I was driving, I would have actually probably tinkled. I would have lost my gourd. Do these guys ever get away? We've seen, what, 2 cases where they actually get away? It's not often, but sometimes it happens. Man, now he is cruising.
LAPD continues this pursuit. They are maintaining a steady eye on this suspect, but I mean,
whoa! He tapped him. He tapped him.
Brakes are hot. Exactly on this suspect's car as they keep weaving in and out of.
Oh, jeepers! That guy's mad. Sir, please, we need to exchange information. Come back. He starts getting involved.
Get figured out here in terms of traffic. 405 south right now, and
yeah, he's using his turn signal.
Oh boy!
Still uses his turn signal, which always cracks
me
up.
Yeah, that's certainly an option. At this
it may be high stakes, but you can't just throw away good manners.
People on the side of the
see a little bit of the low visibility there.
Man, this thing really does have some get up and go to her. 130? That ain't Weenie Hut Jr. numbers, I'll tell you that much, son.
Weaving, zigging, and zagging, all
noting that this was a suspect that very clearly has no regard for his own safety as they are trying to get away.
I wouldn't say he has no regard for his own safety. You saw him use his turn signal.
As well, this is a known suspect.
And what that person might be accused of. And again,
he needs to get to the woods or something and try and escape on foot.
Is all still details that we're trying to sort out, but just
where do you think he is that he can get to the woods?
As we go southbound on the 405, we'll be approaching.
Quick! He needs to find a forest and acquire a ghillie suit ASAP. Also, for what it's worth, every police chase we've seen that ends with them running to the woods, they always get caught. Always. It's actually very low success rate. The highest chance of escape has come from under bridges.
Going really fast. So Des is going to
try that we're dealing with right now. So LAPD's see if we can reacquire that vehicle with the spot.
Yeah, they got him a little discombobulated. He might have given them a slip.
We just heard that they lost it as well. Wow, we're hearing visibility as well, and a suspect that's just
turn on the UAV
to escape, and they're trying to reacquire this vehicle, but all of a sudden, kind of in the dark. And this is
you know what I always thought would be really effective in the police chase meta is if he had the news up on his phone listening, so he'd know when they lost him, and he could just then stop. You know what I mean? I feel like that'd be a solid strat. They did that one time. Remember you watched it? I've seen so many of these. Maybe that's where I got the idea. You might be right.
And so we'll see if we can catch them running or see where the spotlights are.
Oh, look at the Christmas lights.
That's the problem.
It's going to be like moths to a flame. The brightest lights on the block.
Close behind. That's not what happened here. This was that's the abandoned car right there, sitting in the middle of the intersection. So that's where they ditched.
What a crazy place to bail.
Okay. Is that a different car, Des? What's happening there?
Well, yeah, what's happening? That guy's like trying to flag other cars down.
A different vehicle. I wonder if maybe they got hit by that or something. But my pilot, unfortunately, is telling me that we have to get out of here. I think it's just
What is going
a
on?
little bit too dicey as far as the.
That might just be like a random event right there, like in an MMO. Like this just might be a side quest that the police could accept if they wanted. I don't think it's related. That might just be some LA nonsense. To me, it seems like he's getting away. I think it's going to be really hard to find him on foot now. I think they managed to escape. It also looks like that's where the broadcast ends. Oh wait, no, here it picks up again. But this time without audio. That guy is remarkably chill for a giant blinding spotlight in his face. Post-credit scene. Wait, is this actually one of the people in the car? Because he just hopped that fence. He is really relaxed about this. Is he walking around with his eyes closed? Surely he knew the spotlight was on him. Like, he would have to know that they saw him go under the RV, right? Like, there's no way. This is like the AI in an Assassin's Creed game. What the fuck, man? Nah, it's just the moonlight. Yeah, the moonlight's known to be a little shaky and usually, like, directly in your eyes. That is pretty characteristic of the moon. What a plan. What a plan. I bet they've got one of the dudes on the intercom right now going, "Hey, bud, under the RV, we don't feel like getting a warrant to come in here and we don't want to really hop this fence. Can you just come out? We know you're there." Though it has been a while. What he could have done, maybe he does. He could have gone under the RV and just kept like going under shit and then maybe like scooting out this way or something. Like hopping the fence here and then just trying to like scoot down. But I think it's equally possible he's just fucking prone under the RV. Why do we have the speed gauge out? He's crawling at 1 mile an hour. Fuck. We'll never catch him at that speed. Nope, he was under the RV the whole time.
So it looks like he's, at least from this vantage point, it looks like he's at least trying to...
What a strategy.
Yeah, you know, and so moments ago we just had...
Dude had a crazy plan.
Bigger square of... Point, yeah, walking backwards as officers may be indicating to do so.
I would say there's a very high likelihood the reason he's walking backwards is because they told him to.
What it is they want him to do. Hands are up and towards the air, which is exactly what they want. And when they feel comfortable, that is when they will approach and take him into custody. So let me widen out the shutter.
They got him. They didn't get the other passenger though.
All right, so this
was the fall guy.
Great news here. Police have an eye on this person, walking or on his knees, rather,
cheeks out and all.
And now on the ground.
Nah, what he should have tried is going bare butt cheeks. I always think that there's a real likelihood that people don't want to tussle with a naked man. Though that'd just be an additional charge in this case. But it would have been worth a try, I think. Come out with your hands. Oh, dear God, his ass is open. Flee! According to Chase Alert on Twitter, police do know the female suspect's location and are currently looking for her. So he got busted, and so now they're looking for the female passenger? I'm assuming that's not on the chase. Go into the sewers after they lose you. Easy. Brother? What? There are some good strategies from chat occasionally, but then there's those where I know you haven't spent enough time, like, in the real world. Have you tried to lift a manhole cover? And have you tried to squeeze through the openings to the sewer in, like, curbs? It's not easy. It's not easy at all. You gotta prep. Yeah. I feel like going on a police chase today. Let me get my manhole cover removal tools. Just in case. You ever see the UK police chase where the guy stole a car and accidentally delivered it straight to a police station? I just don't like UK police chases. It's just not fun. Every UK police chase I see is just like really lame. I think I just don't like the UK, like the actual layout of the UK. It's just like tight roads, you're going like 25 miles per hour, and the cops don't really seem to be having any fun either. And the sports commentators that talk during it for the broadcast don't really seem to care. They don't treat it like the sport that we do in LA. You know what I mean? That might be a good thing. Nah, it's not a good thing. Police chases are patriotic at this point.